come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They started on the ground with Eckler. They find some open field here. Oh, he bowls over it. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Bears have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll try the right side with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The Packers have 1-6 now. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win. Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
19 tight. 18 Rattler.
After the interception, here's Smith. He dumps it to Eckler underneath, finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking Austin Eckler's way again.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Smith.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Smith. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Eckler is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, McKinney.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw, McKinney. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McKinney. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
throwing on first down. McKinney. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ready.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards there, and it will be a first and goal.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To throw on second down, McKinney.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. McKinney into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick-6.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
21-0 our score after 1.
Score Bears 21, Packers 0.
On the ready.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
6, measure.
Operating from the gun, McKinney. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Ready up.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. McKinney. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That's complete to Traylon Burks. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That's taken in by Watson. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Packer 11. Packer 11.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
23 yards to pick up there. on first down. McKinney setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Looking to throw on second down. McKinney.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Back to throw again.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Let's go now.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Drop 60, drop 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
To throw is Smith. He'll get this to Eckler.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Mustang 19.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
19 right.
To the air again, Smith. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Ready up.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
On the jump.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. It's Eckler again. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. On first down, Smith. On the screen, this is Eckler.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time, well for a solid gain.
From just shy of midfield, Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Running on first down, Eckler. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
79 Broncos.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material.
Smith now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
To number 15. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 11-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Touchdown, Bears! Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Bears 28, Packers nothing. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. McKinney. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Play action. It's Smith. That pass caught. It's Williams.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Smith.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Smith. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
Touchdown!
Jamison Williams,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here we go, set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Check pink.
To to throw on second down. McKinney
throwing left side, and Watson has it. Finding room at midfield.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero.
Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McKinney. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. McKinney. He sets up the screen to Jones.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen. And it turns into a nice positive play.
At the Bears' 42-yard line.
Come on, set.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Hustle.
Running right, Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once more, here's Eckler. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bears,
they level their mark at 4-4 on the year.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Packers, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.